dun sa isang post ko, when the three pillars of democracy connive, including the fourth,
Yeah, the
di ba
media.
patay na demokrasya natin nun?
Yeah, patay talaga.
Kasi wala na tayong takbuhan ngayon eh. Yung
Wala.
mga institutions that were placed para to protect the people, to protect our democracy, to protect our, wala na eh. They're not working for the people, they're working for, di ba?
For Marcos only and his interest.
Siguro wag natin pangalanan siya, basta alam naman natin siya, basta siguro pangalanan lang natin, sabihin na lang natin protecting the corrupt. And we know who
The
we're
corrupt
referring to.
and the
Oh,
plunderers.
kasi when for example, these institutions do not work for the people anymore. Hindi Pilipinong sumusubaybay sa amin, pati na po yung mga taga-ICC, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat po, General Ver, and it's always a happy moment for us na makapiling ka sa paglilingkod na ito sa paninindigan sa katotohanan, pagsisiwala sa katiwalian, at paglaban at pagtatanggol ng karapatan ng ating mga mamamayan. Sir, buo na po ang tinagurian na maybe it's not coming from me originally, but it is now a moniker, a bagong Trisi Judas sa Senado. Matapos po ang pinatawag ni Marcos Jr. na so-called special joint session ng Congress, pero ni isa doon sa agenda niya, walang naipasa, hindi nga halos natalakay yung iba, except na nabuo niya ang 13 na bagong senador ni Marcos Jr. at napatalsik nila ang lumang lideratong nabuo noong nakaraang buwan ng original 13 majority na independent mula kay Marcos. Sir, ano po ang inyong analysis sa nangyari? Ano po ang mga implikasyon nito?
Hindi naging patas yung laban eh. Kasi unang-una, kung yung laban ay naging Senator Alan Peter Cayetano versus Senator Win Gatchalian, no match si Senator Gatchalian. Pero namayani sila because they have the support of Malacanang. Right away, nag-announce yung Malacanang na they recognize and they support Senator Gatchalian. Bawal yun eh.
Yes.
Sa separation of power. No? Bawal na bawal yun. Sinabi rin ng Supreme Court yun doon sa kaso ng Avellino versus Cuenco na nag-recognize din kasi yung presidente agad doon, recognizing yung bago si Senator Cuenco as the new Senate President. Sabi ng Supreme Court, hindi ito marapat na ginawa dahil katulad ng sinabi na namin sa mga ibang cases, yung separation of power, sabi niya, should be respected, and kumbaga parang this is uncalled for. So, yun yung ginawa ng Malacanang. Pagkatapos, we have some bright boys in the IBP na, wala silang walang right whatsoever na basta bigla silang lalabas ng announcement na gano'n na they agree, they support. What do they agree, what do they support? Yung mga pagkakamali na ginawa nung grupo ni Sherwin Gatchalian. Kasi napakaraming mali, napakaraming transgressions na ginawa nila. Pagkatapos sinabi pa na si ganito, nagsasabi ng gano'n. Puro baluktot eh. Puro half-truth, puro untrue statements. Even coming from, yung mga sinasabing mga honorable men and women na nagsasalita, niloloko nila yung tao eh. Hindi yun gano'n eh. Kaya nga sinasabi ko palagi, nangingibabaw lamang sila dahil niloloko nila yung mga taong nagpapadoko pa sa kanila. Lagi kong sinasabi na yung mga taong addicted sa kanilang kasinungalingan. Yon. So, kung laban patas-patas, okay lang. Pero we saw how Malacanang weaponized almost all, no? Winasak nila yung reputasyon ng NBI.
Sabayan.
Nung panahon nila Director Mison, Velasco,
Director Velasco, yan.
talagang yung they uphold the independence and the integrity of the institution.
I
Nawala
agree.
yan. Nasa
Mhm.
laula. No? Isipin mo, naging parang mga security guard ang function na tapos lulusob sa opisina ng gobyerno, lulusob sa building ng Senado na aasta doon na para silang huhuli ng ordinary criminal. I mean,
Grabe.
they don't even have that sense of decency. Parang mga kalyeng, taga-kalye ang mga tinamaan ng magaling no?
Mm.
Walang modo.
Yan.
Mga abogadong walang pinag-aralan, parang
Agree.
gano'n. Lulusob doon, poposisyon sila, tapos mag-aaresto ng senador,
Mhm.
maghahabulan, pipiliting hulihin. Saan ka nakakita ng gano'n? Dito lang sa atin, talagang, no? So,
Yung punto niyo,
Nakakalungkot.
General Garcia, sir, Marcos has not only weaponized the law and destroyed institutions para itulak ang kanyang pagkokontrol sa political power niya para hindi siya mapapanagot allegedly sa itinuturo na pananagutan niya sa krimen ng malawakang pandarambong at pangungurakot, and you were comparing how he did it against the people's law enforcement agency, sana itong NBI, and then the independence of the Senate. You're saying Marcos is
Eric,
systematically destroying the institutions?
Eric, before that, sabihin ko muna sa iyo, hindi, ang sabi mo kasi, President Marcos weaponized the law.
Hmm.
No. I beg to disagree. He bended and circumvented the law.
Mhm.
Wala silang in-implement na law na tama na ano.
Okay.
Hindi everything is bended, everything is circumvented. Lahat binaluktot nila para lamang
Ayun,
masunod
that's the term.
gusto nila. And
Binaluktot. Binaluktot.
and yun yung bending the law na ano. They weaponize institutions.
Mhm.
Weaponize, for example, the office of the ombudsman, which
Ombudsman, isa pa yan.
is supposed to be an independent body. An independent body na ano siya ang jurisdiction niya halos exclusively doon sa graft and corruption, especially of high-ranking officials. Yun
Tama.
talaga yung mandato ng ating ombudsman. Pagkatapos, nung nilusob ng NBI yung Senado, ginawa ni General Aplasca yung trabaho niya.
Mhm.
Okay? Pagkatapos nag-intervene yung ombudsman at sinuspindi si General Aplasca.
Mhm.
Wala siyang jurisdiction doon Ito yung
Oo.
pinag-uusapan natin, yung how the
Tama
president weaponized every institution, including the ombudsman. So, yung kasing jurisdiction ng ombudsman nandun nga sa how we described it, graft and corruption, crimes committed by public officials, especially the high-ranking ones. Anong jurisdiction niyang makialam doon sa nagkaroon ng may lumusob sa Senado na pinagtanggol ng mga security guard? Di ba binugbog pa nga nila yung isang security
Yes.
guard?
Sir, tama.
Pagkatapos, nakialam siya, sinuspindi niya si General Aplasca. Anong pakialam niya ron? Wala siyang pakialam
Dapat
doon.
Attorney Ver ang nagsasabing ang taong bayan, yung mamamayan, dapat ang unang sinuspindi at pinaimbestigahan si Matibag.
Si
At saka
Matibag
sila
talaga.
Trillanes. Oo, kasi
Yes.
walang respeto yun sa independence of the Senate. You were correct to point out, weaponize ang institutions, baluktot at iniikutan ng batas. As you were saying, Attorney Ver Garcia.
Kanina nga nung tinawagan ako ni Prince, pag-uusapan daw yung ganito, nag-iisip ako, sabi ko, ano kayang batas ang pag-uusapan namin? Lahat ng batas nilabag na nila. So, when you're thinking about citing this law or reasoning, explaining this law na ito yung basis, ito yung ganito, yung ganun, hindi mo na matumbok because sabi ko nga sa'yo, they have circumvented almost every law na pwede nilang to their favor, no? So balikan natin si General Aplasca.
Aha.
nasa jurisdiction ng Senate President yung pangyayari. Kung may naging kalabisan na ginawa si General Aplasca, ang mananagot siya kay Senate President kasi yun yung ano niya.
Tama.
Kung talagang siya ay merong pagkakamali, ang pwedeng makialam sa kanya outside of the Senate President is the Civil Service.
Civil service. That's correct.
Civil Service,
agree.
not the Ombudsman. Pagkatapos sinuspindi niya si General Aplasca for 90 days without pay.
Without pay.
Ang sabi sa batas, maximum preventive suspension imposable
60
is
days.
only 60 days. Pero with pay.
With pay.
With pay because kaya mo lamang sa sinususpende, ayaw mong makialam siya sa investigation.
Mm.
So he is excused from reporting from work because ayaw mong makialam siya sa dokumento, magnakaw siya ng dokumento, magtago siya ng dokumento, yung mga things like those.
Ibig sabihin niyan, General, yan ang tinatawag na preventive suspension.
Preventive
Hindi punitive,
suspension.
hindi
Oo.
punitive action.
But that is with pay. But when you make it 90 days, which is in excess of what is allowable under the law, that becomes a penalty. Tapos ginawa mo pang without pay.
Yes.
See? O nasaan yung impartiality, nasaan yung kanyang independence doon. Pagkatapos, yung taong may kasalanan na binanggit ba niya kahit minsan, nambugbog yung tao mo, responsibilidad mo to, managot ka, you come
Wala.
here, oh, di ba? Oh, suspended ka rin. Walang ganoon eh.
Oo.
See, so,
General
ang
Bert, may
message-
tanong ang taong bayan eh. Gusto namin itanong to sa iyo kasi I think I forgot to question this to you nung nakaraang na-interview ka namin ni Ma'am Lorraine. It is very clear na naging attack dog ni Marcos si Boying Rimulya and he is abusing and they are abusing both of them. Marcos and Marcos and Rimulya are abusing the constitutional authority of a constitutional office which is ombudsman para pangharasin, panglatiguhin, pangabusuhin ang mga senador at iba pa kahit ito ay hindi dumadaan sa tamang mga proseso, including ang pangingialam sa independent legislative body. Ang tanong namin dito, Attorney Ver, General Garcia, sir, who will discipline him? Kasi sabi niya, wala siyang pananagutan kay sa Office of the President and even to the Supreme Court. Tama ba yan?
right now, kasi nga it was created as an independent institution eh. No?
Mm.
Talagang nakatindig siya dyan na mag-isa at meron siyang kapangyarihan within the bounds of his authority, no? Kung ngayon ang feeling niya is he is untouchable, well, maybe he is right up to a certain extent right now. Kasi impeachable officer yan eh. And filing an impeachment complaint against him is not gonna work
Yeah,
at this
correct.
time. Okay.
At this time.
Ganito. But you know, there are many ways we can run after this guy when the time comes. Number one is i-waranto natin yan dahil hindi naman siya nag-qualify sa position eh.
I agree.
He did not qualify for the position because meron siyang pending case. And for him to qualify, inandakit yung kaso. So
Tama.
whatever happened to those cases that were undocketed along with his case, na ano na ngayon na nangyari doon? So yung mga reklamo noon, sana nandun ang due process ng mga complainant noon, di ba?
So, garapalan na Attorney Vera, he was applying for the same office, hinimani over this way to get that office na mayroon siyang pending case at siya din ang maghahawak ng kaso na isinampa sa kanya at pinaniobra niya na makuha ang posisyon na yun. That's double and triple garapalan, Attorney Vera.
So, grabing garapalan. So he is not qualified for that position. So we can question him doon sa ganun. Kung hindi, pwede naman natin din siyang ipa-impeach, no? When the right time comes.
Attorney Vera,
he is
excuse me, sir. The quo warranto can be filed at the Supreme Court now, hindi pwede.
pwede namang filean na siya ngayon, no? But you know, nakita mo ba yung it's sad eh. It is sad because nothing is working anymore in favor of the people.
I agree.
You know, wala eh. No? Wala. I mean like it's
Terrible.
too bad. It's terrible. Sabi ko dun sa isang post ko, when the three pillars of democracy connive,
Mm.
including the fourth,
Yeah, the
di ba
media.
patay na demokrasya natin nun?
Yeah, patay talaga.
Kasi wala na tayong takbuhan ngayon eh. Yung mga
Wala.
institutions that were placed para to protect the people, to protect our democracy, to protect our wala na eh. They're not working for the people, they're working for di ba?
For Marcos only and his interest.
Siguro wag natin pangalanan siya, basta alam naman natin siya, basta siguro pangalanan lang natin, sabihin na lang natin protecting the corrupt. And we know who
The
we're
corrupt
referring to.
and the plunderers.
Kasi when for example these institutions do not work for the people anymore, it works for the corrupt. Eh wala na tayong magagawa,
Pwede.
di ba? Kasi lahat na sila eh. Lahat na sila. Nakakita tayo ng konting pagbabago sa GMA when GMA made something like a parang balanced presentation doon sa nangyari sa EDSA. Yung when the 18 plus 4 was presented, medyo kompleto yung presentation, no? Yun yung hinahanap natin doon sa mga nagsasabing walang kinikilingan pero kiling na kiling at walang pinoprotektahan pero obvious na meron, di ba?
Opo, tama.
Eh sino ba talaga kasi ang may-ari niyan? Okay, you know, honest to goodness, when you really come to think of it, sino ba talaga ang isa sa may-ari ng GMA? Kung halongkatin nyo, malalaman nyo kung sino. May dami dyan eh. May dami
You're talking about the GMA network.
No, the GMA network, yes.
Okay.
Please avoid.
Yeah, because you were referring na ang three pillars of democracy, the executive led by the president and his cabinet and the rest of the officials sa executive, the legislative, House and Congress, and then itong korte, when each of these become highly controlled and influenced by the executive at nagiging alanganin sila sa check and balance of power and authority, nawawala yung sabi mo, proteksyon ng isang buhay na demokrasya, and worst, pag nag-connive na sila para i-cover up ang mga malalalang karanasan ng tao sa nagaganap na abuso sa kapangyarihan at pagwaldas, pag-abuso sa pundo, talagang the situation becomes terrible. You are describing that situation right now.
Wala na tayong check and balances ngayon. Wala na tayong check and balances. You know, even yung protector of the people and the state, yung mga we are the last bastion of democracy, yung mga gaya, wala na yan. Because the problem with these institutions is that some people are protecting some retirement. You know what I mean? Ayaw nang
May
magulo
vested interest palagi,
just protecting the retirement, no?
Mhm.
Kung hindi ka na magfa-function mabuti because you're concerned about your retirement, why don't you retire now and hand it over to somebody who is going to perform the function of that office, of that unit, of that function, di ba?
Agree.
Mag-retire ka na, hindi mo na ginagawa, hindi mo na magawa eh dahil takot ka na eh. You just want to be comfortable. You just want to be comfortable. If you cannot be uncomfortable, then please get out of that office because you're no longer protecting the people. You're no longer true to what that office is all about.
Tama. Attorney Ver, tanungin kita ng direkta dito sa Bigwas ng Agila. Malaking factor po sa pagmumulat ng tao, ng mamamayan, in the history ng ating bansa at sa iba pang karanasan, ang pagbubuo ng pagkilos ng tao para tutulan ang mga abuso sa gobyerno ay ang pagpapalaganap ng impormasyon, media. And you were speaking kanina, wala ka na nakikita na critical na media ngayon, maliban na lang sa natitirang plataforma sa Facebook, mangilan-ngilang na YouTube, pero yung role ng media, sabi mo as the fourth estate, that should be the fiscalizer for the people, at dapat ito ay tagapagtambol ng mga kamalian ng gobyerno upang sila ay umayos, hindi na nararamdaman in the last 4 years ng kasalukuyang administrasyon. Why?
Ang unang dapat na nagmumulat ng mga katiwalian, nag-iingay, nagmumulat sa mga, nagpupukaw at nagmumulat sa taong bayan, yung ating media.
Mhm.
Sila yung bibig ng demokrasya. Alright?
That's right.
Now, the
That's
reason
right.
for that is, kasi tignan mo ha, who owns what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kasi sinasabi ko nga,
Kinontrol na
sabi
lang.
ko, kung dapat, eventually, dapat merong batas. Kung ikaw merong may-ari ka ng, in any of the media, tri-media,
Mhm.
you better resign, you better not run for public office.
Tama.
Okay? Siguro in the future, kasi yun yung sinasabi ko kay Erwin Tulfo, I don't call him senator because he did not qualify eh.
I agree. Ako rin. Oo.
Si
Tama yan.
Erwin Tulfo, he is an intruder in the Senate. He did not qualify. And in due time, there will be two of them who did not qualify.
Mhm.
Talaga namang wala kasi akong pera kay Eric eh. Kaya talo
Tama
ako eh.
po.
I mean, let's be very blunt about it. Wala akong pera.
Kasi
Kasi
una ka,
kung-
General Garcia, sa kalaman ng mga manonood, una po na naging malakas na boses, kasama po namin yan si General Garcia sa pagtutol kay Erwin Tulfo dahil hindi niya deserve yan, dapat niya mananagot yan sa batas. May mga kaso ng, ano tawag dyan na General Garcia, sir? Yung moral turpitude conviction niya sa Supreme Court. Yung
Yes.
kanyang mga pamimiki ng kanyang passport, ng mga dokumento. Marami po na yung binabanggit ni General Garcia, sana hindi yan dapat pinayagan na tumakbo nitong sindikato na ala style ng COMELEC. Kaya namin sinasabi ni General Garcia, dahil you need resources to fight it out. Legal battle yan eh. Pero believe kami kay General Garcia, una ka po dyan, General Garcia, na nag-point out among the legal minds, narinig kita dyan sa iyong pagpapaliwanag.
I raised the issue of yung constitutional requirements, constitutional mandate. Dinismiss ni George Garcia
Yes.
on technicality. Dahil wala daw akong in-attach na document, yung original nasa kanila.
Yes.
Okay. Pagkatapos ngayon, madidinig natin, binigyan siya ng 10 million.
Lumabas.
Diba? Oh.
Aha.
Pagkatapos sasabihin niya, yan yung ano natin ngayon. Kaya sinasabi natin, lahat
Grabe,
ng
no?
government institution is no longer working for the people.
Yes.
Puro serving the corrupt. Wala tayong magagawa doon. Yung question mo kanina, Ka Eric,
Yes. Ang question ko, General Garcia, sir. Bakit
may interruption.
naging ganito
natin.
kakurap ang mga media institutions? Aside dun sa sinasabi mo na traditionally kasi, nakokontrol ito ng mga oligarko at mga interest nila at pati na po ang mga politikong malalaki bumibili ng media control. Nasabi mo, dapat wala sila sa politika. Kaya nahahaluan ng ganyang, sabi mo, diluted and polluted ang role ng media under the last years of this administration nang umupo ito. At never natin nakita ito, ang ganitong kagarapalan ng paggamit ng media para sabi mo, ipakonfuse ang tao, imbis na katotohanan ng panaganapin, ay isuppress ang katotohanan at atakihin ang mga kalaban sa politika ng politiko at mga nagkokontrol ng media. Tony Ver.
So, tingnan mo, merong network na ang may-ari politiko. There's another
Yes.
one. There's another one. Maliban sa pag-aari siya ni Martin Romualdez, vindictive ito. Because they are kumbaga fighting a war na hindi pa naman nangyayari dahil ayaw nilang makabalik yung ayaw nilang pabalikin, no? But in the process, they're no longer true to the people. Ang nakikita ng taong bayan yung vindictiveness nila.
Tama.
They're not serving yung kanilang purpose. They're slanting the truth even, you know? So, yung ganon.
Tama. I agree
There
to
are
that.
other big networks. Kaya sinasabi ko, kung ikaw may-ari ng radyo, kung ikaw may-ari ng newspaper, kung ikaw may-ari ng television, any of these tri-media, you should not be in politics. Ngayon, yung halimbawa, there's another one. Kasi ito yung situation natin ngayon eh. if you have big business, family business, huwag ka nang magpolitiko because that is going to be your weakness.
Tama.
That is exactly what is happening today.
Mm.
Today, tapos, alam mo, nakakalungkot ngayon, Eric, ang tingin ko, halos lahat sila may skeleton eh.
Oo. Bagay. May
Oo,
baggage.
grabe, they have skeleton here and there, which is why they fear so much. Kaya ang anong sinasabi sa kanila, pag hindi ka lumipat, kakasuhan ka namin, pupursue namin ito. Oh. Yung nakaupo ngayon, ang daming kaso doon pang nakaraang panahon hindi pa natutuloy kasi nagsenador siya.
Yes, tama.
So ngayon, talagang kapit tuko siya doon sa kabila, no? Yung mga lumipat, yung unang lumipat, si Jude.
Sige, please.
You know Jude? Kilala mo si
Judas.
Jude? Oo nga.
Yung Judas.
Si Jude Escudero. Ayaw niya kasing tawagin siya ng Judas eh. Di sabi ko, sige.
Jude na lang.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Di ba? Ayaw mo ng Judas.
Parang Beatles, parang kanta ng Beatles.
Kaya nga. Di Hey Jude. Oh, yan.
Sige, go ahead po. Go ahead.
Pagkatapos, ano nangyari? Lumabas, meron palang delivery ng maleta sa kanya. See? Yan yung sinasabi ko. Etong isang sumunod, nakakalungkot ito eh.
Gelbert, sa kay Hey Jude, hindi lang maleta mula sa mga Marines or former Marines at mga security detail kay Saldico, kundi tumanggap din siya, direkta siyang pinangalanan ni Yusek Bernardo na mga 350 million dyan sa may BGC, sa barkada niyang incheck na may-ari ng isang sikat at social na wine shop. Doon i-deliver ang pera. Tama ka doon, General Ber. Ito yung kay Hey Jude, kay Kilay Escudero. At binanggit mo kanina, ginamit ito para siya ay paluhurin. Tama ba?
Correct. Nung una, nasabi ko, believe ako dahil abogado, matalino, magaling, di ba? May paninindigan. Pero yun nga sinasabi ko, pag may skeleton ka, luluhod ka, o yan. Na unang bumigay si Jude Escudero. Ngayon, kaya nga sinasabi ko, pag may negosyo ka, may ano ka,
Ayan. Dalawa na sila ngayon, General Ver, no? Nakikita mo sa iyong screen ng iyong gadget. Si
nalulungkot ako dito kay Joel dahil yung tatay niya is so devoted na in your conversation hindi mo maiiwasan na now and then he will have to refer back to the Bible. Talagang palaging ganun. Talagang buhay niya na yun, isinabuhay niya na. Pagkatapos, ganito. So it's so sad, nakakaano. So ngayon ganito, ang aking gustong sabihin is meron akong ipo-post na along this line. Gusto kong sabihin, magmula ngayon, lahat ng lilipat sa kabila, may skeleton, may kasalanan yan na ayaw mabulgar. Pero kung ikaw ay walang kasalanan at talagang ikaw ay malinis, Jinggoy Estrada ang susundan mo.
Yes. Nakakabilib, General Bel Garcia, mga kababayan. We did not expect that Jinggoy will endure and choose the right thing to do for the people. At binanggit niya, General Vera, kahit nasa kulungan na siya, pinupuntahan pa rin siya doon. At binibigyan ng communication line na tumawid at bumaliktad. Pero sabi mo, pinili niyang manindigan na may prinsipyo, may dangal, hindi sa kanyang personal comfort o parang iwasan ang anumang pananagutang ina-allege against him. Your take on that decision of Senator Jinggoy Estrada kumpara kay Joel Villanueva at kay Jude Escudero? Go ahead po, General Garcia.
Si Jude Escudero, talagang booking na reveal na ng mga Marines nung Brave 18. Yung kay Jude Escudero. Yung kay Joel, remains to be. Kasi alam mo actually, yung Brave 18 marami pang names. Sabi ng Brave 18, sir, excuse me, marami pa kaming diniliberan eh. Hindi lang namin alam ang pangalan.
Grabe.
Pero kung makikita namin ang muka nila, we can tell you kung sino-sino pa.
Grabe.
Okay, so they are in the process of doing this, no, para ma-reveal pa, because I'm telling you there will be more names na hindi pa na i-reveal na itong mga ito. Ngayon yung 14, marami rin yung i-reveal.
Iwala ito sa 18.
Oh, Brave
Iwala ito sa
18, the Brave 18, the Valiant
new Brave
14, and the remaining 5 yata or 7, no? Yeah.
Oh, ang dami
Actually, ito yung mga, sige, lalabas kami, no? But there are more of them. Marami yan kasi sila eh. So, yun yung ano, so, pag merong kasi ako ang analysis ko, they don't even need to change the rules. They don't even, you know, yung 24 and 16, that's constant. 24 senators, 16 senators.
16 ang 2/3. 24, 16, and
nila kailangan ng
13.
Hindi na nila kailangan gawin yung ginagawa nila na pinapahabol nila itatapon nila sa ICC because that's not going to erase the fact that he's still 24. Kahit saan mo dalhin yan, 24 pa rin yan. Kahit na ipaglipad mo yan sa ICC, the 24 remains 24. Patayin mo.
Pero General Garcia, you're talking about the declaration of the Constitution that the Senate of the Philippines is composed of 24 senators. And right now, you are telling us as a lawyer, kahit na hindi po physically present si Senator Jinggoy Estrada and si Senator Bato de la Rosa, 24 pa rin dahil walang vacancy sa kanilang posisyon. Tama ba?
Yung 24 remains constant. Okay?
Constant.
Mababawasan mo lamang yung 24 pag may namatay, pag may nag-resign, pag mayroong
na-expelled.
Na-expel or na-expel, no? Yung suspended kasi hindi naman yun hindi naman yun impediment na temporary yun.
Tama.
So 24 is 24. Walang magiging pagbabago doon because elected senators ang pinag-uusapan natin doon.
Bakit naging bobo si Ministro General Garcia, abogada pa naman, sinasabi niya, no. And pati ang former Justice Carpio, sinasabi nila, 22 lang dapat ang i-compute, no? Naging Supreme Court Justice pa. Bakit naging bobo sila sa ganong ka-very elementary and very basic na pagtingin sa konstitusyon, mga abogado ito at maestrado ng Korte Suprema? Why?
Si Luistro, ako kasi maliban siguro sa maleta talagang yan na siya, no? Pero I have very high respect kay Justice Carpio. It's just that si Justice Carpio is like the CMM na talagang kumbaga may prejudice yan kumbaga parang talagang one-sided yan.
One-sided na siya.
Palaging hindi yan. Maghahanap yan ng justification. Sa akin, with all due respect to him, ang tingin ko is talagang hahanap yan ng katwiran na kabila para lamang hindi. No? Pero malinaw sa Constitution, 24 yan.
Kasi ang argument niya, nagulat ako, sabi niya, parang hindi naging maestrado ng Korte Suprema si Carpio, si Antonio Carpio. Sabi niya, how can you compute 24 when there are only 22 actual present in the plenary and they are the only capable to be executing their vote and participation in the plenary. So why would we insist in a 24?
Ganyan, Eric. There are people na who are prostituting Abilino versus Cuenco.
Yes.
Okay, masyado nilang ini-stretch at ginagamit nilang panloko sa tao. Actually, ganito yun Yung Abilino versus Cuenco, in the main case and in the motion for the reconsideration, isa lang talaga ang naging decision nila dyan. The selection of the Senate President is a political issue. Okay? Yun lang yun. And they will not interfere. Even during the motion for reconsideration, hindi sila nag-interfere. Na it is...
Hindi naman sinasabing 24 Ang 2/3 lang sinasabi of all the members, no? Ganyan kabastos at kabalahura itong si Luistro at siya ang chief prosecutor ng House of Martin Romualdez at ni Marcos against the Vice President in the impeachment trial, General Garcia.
Very good. So, as I was saying, doon sa main case at sa motion for reconsideration, ang decision ng Supreme Court is that the selection of the Senate President
It's a
is a
political.
political question. Okay?
Mhm.
They would not interfere. Yung ibang discussion doon about quorum, about the number of senators, about
Mhm.
being abroad, about not being able to present, those are mere opinions of certain justices. Pero
Okay.
hindi yun carried over as part of the decision. Opinion, for example, ni Justice Moran, Chief Justice Moran, sinabi doon, yung opinion ni Justice Perfecto, yung opinion ni Justice, I forgot the name now. Pinapaliwanag lang nila, no? Sabi nga nila, number one, ang issue, sabi nila, number one, ang issue is, do we have jurisdiction over the subject matter? And they're saying, political question ito. So wala kaming jurisdiction. Ngayon kung we have jurisdiction, assuming we have jurisdiction, number one, yung bang session na nangyari nung afternoon, may quorum ba?
Yung 12.
Was that a continuation of the morning session? Yon. So, kung yun ay continuation ng morning session, definitely there was a quorum.
Mhm.
Okay? And they're saying na, oo, may quorum because number one, the minute says so. Number two, because it was a continuation. Number three, because Senator Pendatun and another senator was present. So there were 14 present.
Mhm.
Except that those who elected,
Sa Abilino to, Abilino.
Abilino versus Cuenco. Kasi dyan sila nagbabark eh. Yung si Justice Cuenco was elected by only 12 senators. And then dito na dumating yung mga justification na, kasi yung isa outside of the the country and therefore
Si
cannot
Tomas
be.
Confesor. Ilonggo yun.
At saka si Senator Soto may sakit. So yung mga ganon. So binaba nila yung ano. Pero that is only an opinion and that opinion is not found in law. So that's not valid. Ito ngayon yung ginagamit nila na panloko sa mga taong adik sa kanilang kasinungalingan para continuously maniwala sa kanila.
Why is that so? Bakit? Anong agenda nila? Bakit nila ibababa ang threshold to 22 imbis 24 ang deklarasyon ng Korte ng Constitution, and in the absence of a categorical ruling of the Supreme Court on the determination of two-thirds, determination of quorum and majority explicitly ruled and executed by the Supreme Court, bakit ibinamaniobra ng mga tauhan ni Marcos at Romualdez yung 22 lang dapat ang batayan ng computation?
Number one, para sa impeachment. Okay? Number two, yung impeachment is a diversionary tactic para mapag-usapan yung flood control project.
Agree. I agree ako dyan.
So,
at doon na nga napunta, General Ver Garcia, doon na napunta ngayon ang maniobra ng public opinion narratives. Doon na napunta sa impeachment. You're correct.
Kaya nga. So ngayon, impeachment. Sa impeachment, they need 16. I mean, kahit
16.
anong gawin nila dyan, they need 16. And right now, their plan A is you join us, otherwise we will file a case against you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So tignan natin ngayon, kung sino pa ang may mga malalaking skeleton sa kanilang closet, nalilipat.
Mukhang malabo nila ma-bend or mabaloktot at mapilit na papaluhod si Senator Marcoleta. Bagamat very questionable yung kaso na isasampa sa kanya, pero plunder yon, malabo. Pero yung dalawang magkapatid mukhang tinitira ngayon, we're talking about Camille Villar and Mark Villar.
Lahat naman ng yung file nila, except for these two na bumigay, kasi ganito yan bakit ka bibigay kung hindi totoo? Bakit ka bibigay kung may depensa ka?
Tama.
Di ba? Wala akong magagawa. I mean, if I have to go to jail, I go to jail because the truth is, wala naman ako talagang kasalanan. Lalaban ako sa iyo. So makikita natin ngayon kung sino pa yung bibigay. Pag bumigay, may kasalanan yan. Walang depensa.
I agree to that position.
Yes, pagka nanindigan yan, walang kasalanan yan, lalabanan ka niyan because wala kang mapiprove sa kanya against him. Okay, so
Tama naman. Tama ka dyan.
yan yun. No? So, yung makakuha sila ng
Balikan mo yung
16,
punto mo na bakit ipinipilit ng mga so-called legal experts, legal luminaries, na pabor kay Marcos at kay Romualdez to attack the Sara Duterte impeachment conviction number of threshold para mapalusot at pati mga maniobra nila ma-justify sa numero. Yung 22 na yan ay will it be ruled by the Supreme Court? Kailangan ba yan ipetisyon para i-determine ang 16 as the basic minimum for conviction requirement o hindi na kailangan? At kung hindi yan, idadalhin sa Korte Suprema at ipipilit nila sa majority ni Marcos at ng prosecutor's team na dapat 14 lang dahil ang 14 is the simple 2/3 of 22 na mga senador na bibilangin namin. What's your opinion on that? Kung walang ruling ng Supreme Court.
alam mo, kahit na ganito na lang. The Supreme Court cannot rule otherwise because it is very clear in the Constitution.
Mhm.
Okay, so para mabago mo yan, you have to amend the Constitution.
Mhm.
Kaya there was a time they were sounding off na magchatcha tayo because gusto nilang baguhin yung provision na yan para makuha nila yung boto na makakapag-convict sila.
Yes.
Yun yung target nila talaga is kailangan ma-convict nila para ma-disqualify, hindi natin kalaban yan sa susunod na eleksyon.
Exactly. Yan ang pinaka-strategic objective nila.
So lahat ng manyobra, lahat ng nangyayari ngayon is directed towards that action. Kailangan makakuha tayo ng required
Claro.
number of votes in order to be able to convict. Yon.
Can
But
we
you know,
read
even
this,
assuming they get
Attorney Ber?
16.
Para makareact ka, excuse me, Attorney Ber, basahin lang natin ang verbatim na provision sa Constitution, 2/3 of all the members of the Senate. Hindi naman sinabi daw na 24 ang sinasabi sa Konstitusyon na 2/3 dapat ibibase sa 24. Hypothetical yan. I do not want to mention names kung sino mga senador ang nakakulong, kung mga senador na nagtatago, na mag-represent ba sila ng interest nila dito sa taong bayan, wala sila. So the number should be adjusted and lowered. Ito yung pambabastos at pangbabalahura ni Luistro na tinaguri ang isa sa mga malita girl ni Marcos at Romualdez. Go ahead, General Ber. Speak your explanation on this.
They have to amend the Constitution. Yung pa rin ang
Yun.
aking, They cannot touch it. Yung all the members is all the members. We elected 24 senators, then all 24 must count. Hindi mo
Claro.
pwedeng bawasan yan. All senators must count. I-suspend mo yan, suspended lang yan, but the seat is not vacated.
Oh, claro.
All right? Expel mo kung gusto mo, but you also need 2/3 to be able to expel.
Yes. Correct.
Yung suspension actually na ginawa ni Ombudsman, no? That is questionable eh. Although under the law, yes pwede, pero meron ka na bang napatunayan? Meron na bang hindi pa kayo nag-uusap whether or not your evidence is strong for you to be able to pwede pa namang kasi marami pang pwedeng mangyari do, marami
Ang
pang
nag-order ba,
pwedeng
General Garcia, ng 90-day suspension ni Senator Jinggoy, Sandigan Bayan ba o Ombudsman?
Ombudsman.
Okay.
Ombudsman. Parang I came across something that says yes, the Ombudsman
Sandigan
can
Bayan daw.
suspend-
Sabi ko, I don't think so. The court. But sabi nila, dahil may court jurisdiction na, maybe it was the Sandigan Bayan. Wala akong nakitang order of suspension na
hindi
na-publish.
Sandigan Bayan because wala pa sa Sandigan Bayan yung kaso nasa Ombudsman pa lang
Kay Jinggoy, nasa Sandigan Bayan na.
Sandigan Bayan na. Pero it was not a Sandigan Bayan order. It was
Okay.
it was the order of Remulla.
Okay.
Hindi Sandigan Bayan. No? So yung suspension na yun, that's questionable. Hindi yun no. So
Kaya
yeah, you're
pala,
right. Sa Sandigan Bayan na and the suspension if ever should come from the Sandigan Bayan, but after hearing. Wala
Oh,
pa
yun.
silang, hindi
Wala
pa
pang
sila
hearing,
nag-hearing about it eh.
Oo, wala pa.
Oo.
O,
So
tama ka.
hindi pa yun. Kaya ang sabi ko that's questionable.
Questionable
So,
nga.
oo, hindi yung gano'n. But going back, 24 is 24. You cannot reduce the 24. That is very
Mhm.
clear. Kahit na anong legal maneuver, kahit na anong legal argument mo para palipitin mo, para i-bend mo yung law, that is not going to change because the Constitution is very clear. All members. Actually, yung wordings nung 1935 at 1987,
87.
although walang all yung 1935, they mean the same.
Okay.
They're the same. Kumbaga parang mas maarte siguro or mas specific yung 87 because in-specify niya na all. But that all is a redundancy actually.
Ang tawag dyan Attorney Ver or General Garcia, di ba, sa batas, yung statutory intent.
The statutory intent is clear in both.
Clear. All
It is
members.
clear in both. In the 1935 Constitution and in the 1987 Constitution, kumbaga parang it's a matter of style.
Style.
Na or yung iba gusto nila a matter of clarity, you have to specify all kasi hindi nakalagay, baka hindi malinaw dito sa 1935 but that to me 1935 as worded and 1987 as worded, they mean the same.
The same. Okay. Claro.
Sa akin nga mukhang superfluity pa yung all doon sa 1987 eh, because they mean the same. It's 24. It
24.
cannot be less than 24 because those are the number of senators we elected.
Pero Karen, may tanong ang taong bayan, may pinadala sa aking message kanina, nakalimutan ko to, mabuti at nandito ka, na the constitutional interpretation of all provisions of the Constitution or provisions of the law rests with the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court cannot act without a formal petition. So ngayon, kung ito na ang strategy nila dahil mukhang malabo nila mapakonvict si Sara Duterte on the basis of evidence and merit ng binaluktot na mga kaso nila at reklamo at ipapahiya nila dudurugin sa proseso, but to get the conviction nearer, dapat 14 lang ang numero, hindi 16. Without the Supreme Court na may nagpetition doon, Attorney Ver, to rule on the interpretation of the constitutional provision on the two-thirds rule requirement, mangingibabaw ngayon kung magbinotuhan, kaya 14 lang. So sige, divide the Senate Impeachment Court. Di 13 sila, siyam lang naman ang mga pwedeng pumabor dito kay Sara Duterte right now with the numbers. So i-carry over nila ngayon yan. How do you look at that?
Yung Supreme Court cannot amend the law.
Okay.
The Supreme Court interprets the law.
Interprets the law.
It cannot amend the law.
Okay, klaro.
If the law is clear, when the law is clear, there is no room for interpretation.
Oh, yun, klaro.
So, klaro yun, no? Kahit anong petition ang gawin nila dyan, that's not going to change. So, kaya nga marami silang plan A, plan B on how to be able to get that. Now, I will go a step further. Assuming that they do get the required number of votes to convict. Whether that is, nakakuha silang 16.
16.
Assuming that it's 16, labanan yan ng ebidensya. And
Attorney Ver, pinapakita natin ng kwan, yung binanggit mo, ito yung judicial authority and power involving review and interpretation ng mga batas. Nasa korte po yan, wala yan sa kay Luistro, wala yan kay Marcos, wala din po yan sa sino mang politiko. Only the court can do that. Yun ang binabanggit ni General Ver Garcia. Yes, go ahead po.
Ito ba yung, sandali, hindi kasi malinaw yan sa akin hindi ko mabasang mabuti. Pero if this is the provision ng judiciary that says judicial power rests in one Supreme Court, pagkatapos yung second paragraph na mahaba is the power of judicial review.
Yes,
Tama
included. Included.
Yung second paragraph, yung power of judicial review was inserted in the 1987 Constitution to prevent a recurrence of what happened during the 1972 yung mga instances doon where si Senator Enrile was saying, political issue, hindi nyo pwedeng pakialaman. So, sarado
Tama.
na yun. So, para to
Tama,
prevent
tama.
that. So, right now, kahit na yung isa sa institution, sa tatlo departments, pagka mayroong excess, even the executive, when the executive exceeds the limits of its powers, he is correctable by the power of
court.
judicial review of the Supreme Court because
I
of that
agree.
provision. Kung mayroong
Tama.
excess, ganon. So, yun yung, kaya yun in-insert doon. So, para sa, yung maliwanag is, it's clear in the law. So, ando na ako doon sa step forward ka, Eric.
Go.
Assuming they get the required number to convict, evidentiary pa din. Evidentiary pa rin. Of course, because they have the leadership, kaya nila pinilit makuha yung leadership ng House, ng Senate, is because gusto nila silang masunod.
Wow. They
Ruling pa
can
rin yan.
dictate on the procedures.
Ruling pa rin yan. When there is an objection here and there is an objection there, yung ruling will matters kung saan pupunta yung ano, no? Ang problema rito, yung decision dito final. Appealable only to the
The
people.
Senate Impeachment Court. No?
No, not to the Supreme Court. The
No, I
decision
mean,
of the
the Senate
Senate
Impeachment
Impeachment Court is not appealable unless merong excesses nga na ano pwede doon sa power of
yung
judicial
excess-
review. But
Excess of the power.
basically, the decision of the Senate is final. Unless
Okay.
merong mga excesses during the proceedings, pwede. No? Pero sinasabi ko lang is final yan dahil decision ng Senate yan. Appealable only to the people.
Which means,
Remember the Jose Velarde envelope? Oo. Hindi nila mapabuksan yung envelope, di ba?
hindi.
Nung time na yun, walang social media. Sila lang ang napapakinggan ng tao. So, na-inflame lahat ng tao. Naniwala sila na may kasalanan si Presidente Erap. At naniwala sila na ang laman ng envelope na yon is the identification of who Jose Velarde is.
Velarde.
Si Jose Velarde yung may-ari ng account. Di ba? So, akala nila doon, yun na yun. So, ang question is, mapabuksan mo ba o hindi mo mapabuksan? Ang galing ni Senator Santiago. Hindi kinaya nung prosecution na pabuksan. The people reacted. Yon. So,
Tama.
this time, huwag din silang pagpakakumpiyansa because the people will be watching.
Agree. Dapat lang, General Ver, magbantay ang taong bayan. Down to our last two questions. Para maka-wrap up ka, makapagpahinga ka rin, General Ver, it's getting late na rin. Last two questions. Una, sa huling tanong natin, tama ba na i-relinquish ni Gatchalian ang kanyang posisyon bilang Senate President to be the designated, supposedly, presiding judge to the impeachment court dahil hindi daw siya abogado? May mga proposal sila Lacson na ipa-relinquish papunta kay Chis Escudero. Pero ano po ang legal view mo diyan? At ano ang constitutional violation yan kapag ipilit nila na hindi na kailangang Senate President ang maging presiding judge sa Senate Impeachment Court trial?
At the moment, no, right this very moment, wala akong ma-recall na constitutional provision that says the Senate President is the presiding officer.
Okay.
Okay. But in practice, the Senate President has always been the presiding officer, except when the President is the one sitting accused. Then the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court sits as the presiding officer. Yun. No? So, but to me, I don't know if they've amended the rules. They can amend the rules doon sa kanilang majority. If they've amended the rules and passed it on to Jude, mukhang
Mukhang wala
pwede.
pa.
Sa tingin ko,
okay.
sa tingin ko right
Sige.
now. No? Kasi Kasi hinanap ko yan eh. Where does it say that it has to be the presiding officer has to be the Senate President? But that has always been the practice.
The
Nung araw
practice.
pa yan. Oo.
So, tama naman. Yung banggit mo, they can amend the rules of the impeachment court as guided by the rules of court, but still, the Senate impeachment court, sitting as the impeachment court, can amend their own impeachment court rules to include who can be designated as the presiding officer of the impeachment court. Tama ba?
Yun yung ano ko, that is my humble opinion. I might be wrong, but I think I'm right.
Okay. Okay, last question. Saya to. Will granting for the sake of this discussion, nakuha ang 16, binraso, kaya 14, whatever debate, kasi wala pang Korte Suprema sa senaryo. Pero talo si Sara Duterte. Si Vice President doon sa trial niya, nag-decide, oh yes, conviction siya. Will it automatically remove her immediately as Vice President? And included ang desisyon na ito na she will have a permanent disqualification from running or holding into public office.
Ilan ka mo
What's your answer about that?
Ilan ka mo ang naging boto? 16 or 14?
16 for example, para nakuha ko ng example, nakuha ang 16. Go.
Okay. Ang sagot ko diyan is it will depend on how the process went.
Okay.
If the process went, like honest to goodness, yan talaga, kumbaga parang walang excesses. Walang violation of due process, walang nothing questionable about procedure. That's it. Pero kung meron, they can very well elevate it to the Supreme Court. Pinag-usapan natin kanina, yung power of judicial review ng Supreme Court. Pwede nating invoke.
So, halimbawa, nag-invoke si Vice President at ang kanyang legal defense team for a constitutional judicial review on the aspect of excesses sa proseso at violation sa otoridad ng impeachment court on the ground of legal argument, while the case of review on that aspect of constitutionality issue and excesses review on the judicial review, habang pending po yon at may decision of conviction, the conviction decision cannot be implemented.
Yes, kasi hindi siya mag-a-acquire ng finality kasi merong question sa
Okay.
Now, Eric, we're all forgetting one thing. Totoong trial shall forthwith proceed in the
Yes.
Senate. Okay, totoong yon. But you see, there is a pending petition in the Supreme Court
Yes,
for
ngayon.
on the excesses committed by the House Committee on Justice.
Yeah, dalawa, petition doon.
That has not been resolved. And, dapat ma-resolve muna ito.
Oo.
Kasi if trial will forthwith proceed, pagkatapos sasabihin ng Supreme Court, nullified yung proceeding sa House
Sa
Justice
House.
Committee because of this, because of that, sayang yung mga gagawin nila dito sa Senado. So that has first to be decided by the Supreme Court. Kailangan ma-resolve yun ng Supreme Court. Huwag hayaan ng Supreme Court na maging moot and academic yun. At yan yung sinasabi natin. Inaasahan natin that the Supreme Court will give light to all of this.
Tama.
Inaasahan natin that the Supreme Court will help settle all of these issues surrounding us. Kasi kung magsasalita sila, tatahimik ang tao.
Tama.
So, kailangan i-resolve nila ito, kailangan i-resolve nila yung kay Tatay Digong, kailangan i-resolve nila yung kay
Senator Bato.
Senator Bato. All of these things are pending resolution that should be resolved already para matahimik tayo.
What if the Supreme Court continues to stand as if antayin nila mag-unfold na lang mga bagay-bagay, and then they will decide na lang later at magkaroon sila ng parang theoretical na lang ang maging value ng desisyon nila rather than the value of the law itself to rectify yung mga kamalian na ito. Paano pag itinuloy nila na walang desisyon, magpo-proceed ang trial? Anong
That-
senaryo natin?
That is very risky, Eric. We're courting fire.
Okay.
Hindi maganda. I have very high respect with dito sa ating Supreme Court. And yun lang ang nabanggit lang natin na sana all these pending decisions mailabas nila lalo itong sa
Impeachment question.
yung petition for certiorari filed by Attorney Torion and
The legal
may
team of
no, I
Sara
think it
Duterte.
was Attorney Torion. Yes, Attorney Torion for Senator Bato and President Duterte. I mean, this has to ito kasi kailangang ma-resolve locally, right away. Kasi hinahanap na rin ng ICC. Where is it? You don't have it. See?
Tama. Tama.
And it's about time our Supreme Court breaks its silence kasi nakakabingi sa mga Dutch people. Why is the Supreme Court not saying anything about all this?
That is correct. And which means parang naging complicit at naging sunod-sunura na ang buong judikatura natin doon sa kapalpakan at kabulastugan ng panghihimasok ng dayuhan ng mga instrumento kung hindi sila mag-rule about that, and including ang kabulastugan ng pagmaniobra sa baluktot na impeachment complaint nito. Binanggit mo rin, they're courting fire if the Supreme Court will remain to be undecided without categorical resolution sa napakahalagang mga pending issues na ito na may kabuluhan sa pambansang kalagayan ng ating buong mamamayan. General Garcia, sir. Sir, your final words for this episode. Maganda yung take-off mo kanina eh. Pinapatay ang demokrasya sa kasalukuyang kalagayan natin, at ang masakit, yung dapat nangangalaga sa demokrasya at mga institusyon nito ay unti-unti na ring nalulugmok. Your final words for this episode.
Para pong si Fernando po, binubugbog muna. Di ba? Ganyan po yung ating sitwasyon ngayon. Huwag tayong mawawala ng pag-asa. Basta manatili lamang tayong alerto, manatili lamang tayong lumalaban. May ups and downs. We get disappointed, but in the end, we should not be discouraged from fighting. Talagang dapat laban-laban. Huwag tayong give up, because when we give up now, we're giving up on our children.
Yes, I agree. Hindi rin kami kasi pwede manawagan ni General Garcia ng lagpas sa batas. Kaya hindi namin pwede sabihin ang iba pang mga pwede niyong option, pero we cannot prevent the people to take the options that they wish to do. Pero kami, on our part, sa isang public forum like this, kailangan naming manawagan ng naaayon sa limitasyon at pinapayagan ng batas ng mga pagkilos ng mamamayan. And one of that, sabi ni General Garcia, ang patuloy na pagsalita, paghahayag, pagtitipon-tipon, huwag tayong mapagod. Huwag tayong mawala ng pag-asa. Maraming salamat, General Ver Garcia.
Best regards kay Dr. Lorraine.
Yes, makakarating. Mag-ingat ka. At God bless you and your family.